And beautiful people. Top of the morning is about 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh shit. I didn't remember vacation. Alright. Top of the morning. Okay, so I'm not gonna make consistency make me not put myself together to come and post because I feel like I do that a lot. Like, I wanna be consistent on something pop in my mind and I just wanna turn on my phone and post without getting myself ready because as I said I literally know wake up. Today I wanna talk about bad record. Maybe we gonna call it bad record, because like when you go to apply for a job and they ask you about your your job you was doing before and references like people who you know or people who might know you who could recommend you and stuff like that. I feel like I doesn't really necessarily do that. Like in the terms like if I in a relationship, I'm not gonna ask a man, what he was doing when he was 20. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna ask that. But I mean once you're in a relationship with a person, I mean conversation. You gonna conversation gonna erupt and a person gonna be a person gonna eventually tell on themselves they're gonna talk about their past. Because remember your past make you who you are today. Understand? So you have people who going to talk about the past. You have some people it's just natural or inevitable. Your past does catch up. Oh God, and then the eye bags are too close. Oh God, I don't want to scare you. So, but yeah, your past gonna eventually catch up to you, right? My whole point, the point of the matter is this. I don't know if it's because I'm in Trinidad. I think it's because I'm in Trinidad. And I'm not saying it's a Trinidadian thing. I'm not saying that. But I'm also saying it's a Trinidadian thing. I'm joking. I'm joking. I mean, I hear Jamaican women complain about the same thing. I hear a Jamaican friend, she only spent 2 years in Trinidad, but she came and she decided she wasn't going to be with no man in Trinidad because of the same reason. And let me talk about this reason. Like every man, every Trinidad, as soon as I meet a Jamaican, no offense, right? But as soon as I meet a Jamaican, a Guyanese, a Venezuelan gonna tell you, hey, I was a teacher back home, I was a lawyer, I was a this, some kind of development. A Guyanese gonna tell you, hey, I was struggling home, and I pave away and I make it in Trinidad. To them, Trinidad is big London, and like a Jamaican, I gonna say, well, I come here to make it. I come here, I send him back my money home, thing. When you meet a Trini story is when I was younger, I was a bad man, and they burn down my house, and they kill my brother, and I shoot the father, and I come back, and then I kill the cousin, and and it's crazy to me. It really crazy. I mean, when I know came to Trinidad, I usually like overlook it because I'm like everybody have a past. But like lately, like the older I get, it's like it really give me the Grinch. It's like I'm like, why am everybody who I meet telling me the same thing? Why everybody's story is the same? Why you have to? And I like it's not like a Trinidadian men are telling you, I was struggling, I had nothing, and then I get a job, and I do this, and I get something. The past is always some kind of, well, the ones I meet, it's like I killed somebody, and I was in prison, and my child locked me up for child. Wasn't paying no child support, and I was in prison, and all of them was in prison. All of them niggas was in prison. And I telling somebody because like it's like this, right? So we was talking and stuff and we being honest, right? This person's claimed they're so in love with me that they wanna know everything about me. And in my past, I could say I was a little young whore. I could see that. I could say in my past I was a young whore. But I was a young whore in my past back then because I was just into nice things. I like nice things, and that made me. I don't know, but I wasn't into no bad boys. I was no kind of. I was always a little tomboy growing up. And not because I'm mostly on the masculine side. I still was never interested in like bad boys. I too fragile. I'm really a soft. Like I'm really a soft. I'm really a baby. Like I'm really. I literally just get up my bed. I really am soft. I'm very, very soft, and I am not just soft. I'm not. I'm not talking. I'm soft like I can't defend myself. I wouldn't do shit. You would have be surprised to what I done do or what would I do if it push come to the show. But I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put. I wouldn't even. I would have never be with a man. I never ever been with a man and put them in a position for them to go and fight another man and them type of. Why would I attracted to that? I don't like that. You know what I mean? I mean, if my man get into an altercation or whatever, I gonna fight. We gonna fight. But I mean, a man who definitely just like have history of that, like that on your record, you was killing people, you was in prison, you was. I don't want you. I mean, that was 20 years ago. That was 25 years ago. That was 10 years ago. 2 years ago. 3 years ago. I don't want to be associated with that ever. Look how long it was, you know. And like I was telling this person yesterday, and it was like, "Oh, you judging me by my past." I'm like, I'm not judging you by by my past. I mean, you could understand with a young or like a girl who was just whoring in she young time in she past. You could forgive a woman who come and tell you, hey, I've been a prostitute. I've been a prostitute for 20 years, and I bought 30 pitney, and I suck 600 wood, and you look how much you love that woman. She past gonna always catch up to you. You and that woman shopping in the supermarket. A man come, telling she how he have he bad experience and he want back his money, and that was 10 years ago. You know, she shopping in the supermarket and a man come talking of good cheese and you want to buy some for later. And you can't even vex with the man for see she and approach she as such because that was who she were. So I telling this nigga like I would never be with a man who tell me he was in prison or you shoot somebody and telling me he was in. Not even Jesus Christ cannot save you because even if you save, I just feel like it's still in the back of my head. I mean that is between you and God. I mean Christ cannot save you enough for you to come and be with me, for me to forgive you, for you to go and murder and go in prison and come back out to be with a woman like me. Never that. But look how we want me just but don't judge me. And then my neck. Never that, my son. You must be mad. You must be mad. The Bible say God call fool him never keep them. And God I save people and never me cannot save you, sir. I don't want you. I don't want nothing to do there. I don't want nothing. I'm gonna tell this nigga and him feel that way. And I'm just saying, ladies, look, ladies, let me just say this, right? Like, if as a woman, right, if you don't have record of a man, if you is 40 years old and you never met a man who spent real mad money on you, you never met a man who spoiled you. Don't feel you're gonna meet that when you're 50. Your history never show that you will never get that. I promise you. You know what I mean? And people, when I say these things, people feel like it's joke I'm making. I mean, she could change all she wants when she could do all the most, but that was never in your subconscious. You know what I mean? So that's not something that gonna easily come by or come to her. I mean, whatever in your past direct your future, like your whole whatnot, whether it shape you into the character that you are today or something, whatever you was getting or whatever you was doing, it's still in you no matter how long you think it takes. Type shit. You know what I mean? And I was even saying to this nigga, I'm like, I'm scared of you and I'm not I'm scared of the whole situation. I'm also scared of him. I'm scared of what he could do or what he like. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, if a nigga would kill somebody, you're telling me something bad will happen like in your life. Because if something so bad happened to me, like say somebody shoot somebody for me or something as bad, it would kind of wrap a brain around. Like something bad happened to me. No matter how bad it gets for me, that would all the most I would do is cry. because that's what I ever done. Cry. So that's the most I could ever do is cry and try to figure that shit out. But something bad happened to that nigga. That is not the worst thing he gonna do. That's not the most he gonna do because that's not the most he done. He gonna actually go back to that same level where you went before. That is life, That's why I always say if you fall for any, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And if you go low, you're going to get low. And if you go him high, you're going to get higher. So trying to tell this nigga, like, that is your extreme. That means if I get you upset enough, I could be a victim. And I don't want that. I don't want to I sure you can't go and do business with an ex-con and them type of two. A minute to tell you can't go and apply for a job and they realize they will get just coming out of prison and they just gonna, accept you. People gonna be scared. People gonna be scared of the people coming to see you and scared of the people. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And this person go all the way around yesterday trying to justify that saying I judging them for them past, and I'm like, I gotta make this video this morning because it come to my mind, and I'm not judging you for your past. I just don't want to be associated with them type of thing. That is your past. That's not mine. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to deal with that. That gonna to always be at the back of my head. That's not fair. I telling this nigga go and find a woman who is in prison. At least they could have things to talk about. Because everything he says she could relate to. I can't relate to them shit. Them thing don't that is turning me off. That is turning me off. And he was like, so if people make a mistake in their past, whatnot. I'm like, nigga, if I see a rich man go and murder one group of people and he come back out as a rich man, he have a testimony. He could say I was a murderer back then, and I look at me now. I'm driving a Lamborghini, and my life changed, and God help me. Even if that story is not true, we gonna believe it because it's a success story. But you killing a man, you come out free. You are no certain money. That not no. I not seeing you as a change man. I seen you. I see you and I want to run. You know what I mean? Like that is a success story for you personally because you're gonna say, well, once I was incarcerated and now I'm free. But for me, there's no kind of nothing. I gonna see you as you once you was a murderer. I know you are free and not me. And I just I'm like girls, like, I mean, if you meet a man and he say back then I usually have 20 women. I mean, you had to be skeptical. 'Cause you had to say, well, I gonna be. Well, if back then, if you even really change, that you still have that in you a little bit. You can't really fully change. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to start judging these niggas from the past because they've been judging you. And that's why these niggas here's light up when you're talking about your ex or nobody treat you because you know he could do the same. Because you tolerated that before you tolerate it again. Choose a nigga who tell you, oh, I've been married for 5 years and it never worked. I'm married for 25 years and it never worked. Because at least you see that you have a history of loyal fucking tea. He have history of commitment. He was committed. He will be some other time, or you know what I mean. Like, let me make it make sense. So I mean, every time I meet a man and he tell me he was in prison for whatever reason, even if he mouth slip, if I hear somebody say, when we was going to school, he take a big stone and lick me in my head, I do not want him. Because no matter what, only thing you could ever hear about me, well, I fight, but that's girl fight, and you never hear I go to a certain extreme that gonna make that even if I bring it say I meet a man and I bring him home, we are grow up, we are born and grow. You could never hear anything to scare you. I promise you. So why the fuck I gonna be with a man who everything about the past scares the fuck out of me? Bye, nigga, like this shit. So that is what I have for you guys. And remember to stay hydrated and to stay moisturized. And, don't just pick for now, pick for the future. Don't just pick for you, pick for your child. Don't just pick for your child, pick for your grandchild. Like, think ahead, because, like, niggas, I was gonna say like niggas, but like these niggas does be feeling like use them therapy or use some kind of healer like that to go through the worst. I don't want to choose a good woman after it all, and I'm not the price that you're gonna receive. I'm not the good woman for you because there was good men who was wasting their life in prison who really deserve a good woman like me. So nigga, bye, please. Remember to stay hydrated and to stay moisturized. Do this.